Welcome back, you guys. My name is Ashley Osier and I am the posture specialist. If you want to learn some exercises for your feet and ankles that are going to improve your posture, decrease your fall risk, and enhance your overall wellness, you're going to want to stick around and watch this entire video. Before we practice these foot and ankle exercises, I would love for you guys to practice those stretches for the feet and ankles that I did in the last video. I highly encourage you guys to practice all of your stretches and your exercises in front of a mirror. In order to increase your postural awareness, we have to have a mirror in front of us. So it's not a vanity issue. It really is a wisdom issue, and we want to be wise in how we handle our body. So I want to encourage you to watch yourself. Notice, how am I moving? You know, am I more on one side than on the other? Am I on my hip a lot? Is my shoulder forward? Is this shoulder up? You know, do I need to pull this back and push this down? Just noticing, is my nose in line with the buttons on my shirt? Okay, these are just basic things that you can recognize if you have a mirror in front of you. But if you don't have a mirror in front of you, you can be in a business meeting talking to your potential new boss, and you can be talking to him like this and never know that your nose is not straight. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these foot and ankle exercises. So the first exercise is to practice walking with your toes straight. You really want the toes to be in line with the knees and then the front of the hips here. It's so important that when you're standing, just adjust your feet. You're just taking the ankle and you're rotating the foot in. Now, others have their toes in. So if you are somebody who has their toes in, I want you to practice pulling the toes out and really stand nice and strong. Remember, we have our 5 points: the front of the toes, the backs of the heels, the inside of the arch, the outer edge of the foot, and the very top of the foot straight down. I had a video on that earlier, and you guys can check that out. Get yourself into a standing position. Get into your 3-lock mountain position. Zip up, diaphragm locked, throat locked, shoulders back and down, extending up through the ears all the way to the ceiling, nice and tall. And as we're standing, we want to make sure that the middle finger is in line with the seam of the pants. You may see some photos where a natural or a neutral spine has the hands forward. Anytime that the hands are forward, it encourages a forward rotation of those shoulders. So I want to encourage you guys to have the middle fingers at the side seam of your pants. It's just going to make it easier to roll those shoulders back and down. So if you need to balance, you can hold on to the wall, you can hold on to a chair, and we're just going to focus on lifting up and dropping down, up on the toes and dropping down, up on the toes and dropping down. And as you're moving up and down, you really want to make sure that you're meeting yourself where you're at. This is about strengthening the feet and the ankles, stabilizing, decreasing fall risk, right? So in order to do this, I want you guys to be able to meet yourselves where you're at. So some people are only going to be able to come up just with about 1 inch or 2 off of the ground. That's okay. Try and focus on staying in your 3-lock mountain. Really engage and try and balance and drop down. Hips back. Re-engage your 3-lock. Shift and come up. Drop down. Nice and easy. Shift. Up and down. And again, up and down. Now we're going to raise those toes. So we're going to shift back, and again, make sure that you are supported, because that's really, really super important. So we're going to come up and down. And again, up and down. Now some people may find it's easy if they have their hands on walls on either side of them. So if you have a hallway, try it in your hallway and it's nice and narrow, so you can bring your hands on either side of you. You can go ahead and stabilize yourself that way. Another way to make sure that you stabilize yourself is to have a chair on either side of you. If it creates any kind of pain in your body, we want to stop. We want to meet ourselves where we're at. So we never want to push ourselves to a place of an uncomfortable pain experience. We want the body to be able to adapt by creating successful experiences, and the body will slowly adapt, and then we can move on to kind of that next step of our exercise. Being able to move in this 4-point circle exercise, it is going to help to prevent falls. We want to be able to have stabilization and balance on all 4 points. We want to be able to move in each direction. We want to feel the front of the toes, the backs of the heels, the inside arch area, and then the side of the feet. We want to be able to feel those when we move. So it's shifting your body weight to one side. I'm feeling the inside arch of my left foot and the outer edge of my right foot, in addition to being able to feel the front of my toes and the backs of my heels. I'm going to shift to the other side. A lot of this is about increasing our postural awareness, okay? Really being able to increase that awareness so that we can safely exercise. So I'm moving side to side, side to side. Now I'm not pushing my hip out, because as soon as I push my hip out, I take the awareness off of my 4 points and I put it onto my hips, and that's not what we're doing. So really want to encourage you guys to isolate your feet. You will find that the tops of your thighs are engaged and you really feel the pressure on your feet. So once you have the side to side, we're going to go forward and back, and forward and back. Now you may need a chair at your side to practice this. A lot of people fall forward and back. So being able to make sure that we're into our toes, nice and grounded and strong, and into our heels, balanced, nice and strong without losing our balance, is very, very important, pretty critical. So forward and back. I'm rocking forward and back. And then the third part of that is circles. There's your 4-point circle. One direction and then the other direction. So I'm not turning my body. It's not a waist movement. It is a foot and ankle movement. I'm a paintbrush circling an O on the ceiling, just creating a nice big circle, okay? We're lifting the toes up, coming out, making sure that you don't turn, and back in. Lifting the toes up and out, up and back in. Same thing with the heel. So shifting your body weight forward a little bit, the heel comes up and out, up and back in. Other side, up and out, up and back in. So now we're going to open up both directions and back in and back in. Reestablish your toes forward and come out, and then heels out, and then heels back in and toes back in. Nice and strong. And you can just practice that 3 to 5 times. Okay, now we're going to do both at the same time. Up, out, in, forward. Out, in, forward. I will be giving you more modified stretches and exercises to help you to be more functional, to improve your posture, and to enhance your overall wellness in the future. So please make sure to subscribe, click on that bell to be notified on my weekly uploads. Like this video, share it with your friends, your family, and your coworkers. I hope that this video was useful for you and that you're able to practice everything. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I promise I will respond. Until the next video, happy posturing.